Do you think Canadians are ready for an alternative?
I think they are. Look what happened in New Brunswick. They elected three Green candidates and also a new party, three MP from that new party. So look what happened in Quebec. They elected La Coalition Avenir Québec. That's a new party. So I think, yes, they're ready for a change and they want somebody that is authentic. You know, I'm saying the same thing for the last 10 years. Our platform is very clear, coherent, and people appreciate that. I don't try to please everybody. I know that you end up pleasing nobody if you're doing that. So we have a strong platform based on principles, individual freedom, personal responsibility, respect, and fairness. And all our policies are in line with these principles. And when I'm traveling, we're not in an electoral campaign right now, but I'm doing rallies all across the country. And we are able to have 300 people, 250 people that are coming to listen to politicians speaking about what needs to be done in this country.
But is it enough to make a difference?
I hope so. I hope so, you know. I don't know what will be the final result, but, you know, we have three strong candidates right now in the by-election. We started that party 5 months ago at 0% in the poll, and now we're at around 6% nationally after 5 months. And in a by-election in Burnaby South, our candidate is at 10%. We have an election also by-election here in York Simcoe. Robert is a very good candidate. So we have strong candidate and we have organization all across the country. So our biggest challenge right now is to find candidates to be ready for the next election. We want to have candidates in every riding.
We are in the midst of, I want to say, a political scandal. For somebody who is against big, bad corporate Canada, if you will.
And crony capitalism and all that,
So shouldn't you be really capitalizing on that?
I tweeted about that and I will continue to do that. You know, there's a big problem over there. We need to ask the right question to the Prime Minister, and I'm very pleased that we are asking, and all the other political parties are asking the Prime Minister and the Minister to be in front of a parliamentary committee. We need to know more about it, but you must look at the big picture, and the big picture is crony capitalism, privilege that the government is giving to big corporation and not to small corporation, corporate welfare. We want to have a smaller government in Ottawa, a government that will respect the Constitution. We want to end corporate welfare, and we need to speak about that also. You know, there's a big program, the infrastructure program at the federal level. The federal government will spend billions of dollars, but it is not our jurisdiction. It is not the job of the federal government to build a local road in Ontario or in Montreal. We will abolish that program, we'll lower taxes to every Canadian, and provinces will be able to tax for their own infrastructure program. The problem with SNC-Lavalin, they're corrupt, and they're not above the law. So I said, you know, they must, the prosecutor must go on with that, but that will have an effect for the jobs in Montreal. I understand that. What you can do, you know, no corporation is above the law. And I'm saying that, and I'm very clear. So no privileges to SNC-Lavalin or Bombardier. So that's the big government that is creating crony capitalism. And I'm against that. And I tweeted about it.
How well does it bode for you and for your voter base? I mean, forgive me, you've offended, I guess, some of the people that you've worked with in cabinet for the longest time. Do you care about what they have to say about you?
Who, my former colleagues?
Yes.
Oh, I'm doing a political fight. I'm fighting for what I believe. I know that, you know, they don't like what I'm doing. Because what? Because, you know, we are successful. People we're doing politics differently. Like I said, I don't try to please everybody. If you like our ideas, our freedom ideas, our principle, come with us. If you don't like what I'm saying, it's okay. You can vote for the other leaders. I don't mind with that. You know, we're strong. We won't do any compromise with our principle. We are speaking about what needs to be done with passion, with conviction, real policies. If you go to Western Canada, in Calgary, they're not so happy with what's happening in our country right now. They're frustrated with that, with the equalization, with pipelines. I'm the only politician to speak about the real issues. Pipeline. We must use the Constitution if we're not able to build a pipeline in Quebec. If the Quebec government or the BC government, they're against a pipeline, Yes, we must do consultation. Yes, we must listen to them. But at the end, if we need to use the Constitution and impose a pipeline using the Section 9210. I'm the only one to say that. That's what you have an independentist movement in Alberta right now. It's serious. I'm coming from Quebec. I know what it is when you have an independentist movement. And the best way to answer their requests and their frustration is to have a smaller government in Ottawa that will respect the Constitution, that will be less generous, that will change the equalization formula, that will build pipeline. That's important. So they're not speaking about that. And that's, I'm the only one. So that's why I think we have a kind of a momentum. People like the way that we're doing politics. I'm not looking at the poll and, oh, that idea, is it popular or not? I will speak about it. No. My goal is to speak about what I believe. We have the right ideas. We, based on freedom and personal responsibility, speak about it. The more I will speak, the more support I will have. If there's only 10% of the population that wanted to change the equalization formula, it's okay. I will speak about it. I will explain that to Canadians. But the other politician, they don't want to speak about it until there's 50% of the population. My role as a politician to speak about what I believe and explaining our policies. And the more I will speak about it, I hope the most support I will have.
You mentioned the election, and I'm just wondering, I mean, it's anyone's guess. I mean,
Yeah.
how does election 2019 play out, and where do you see your position?
What I'm saying right now, before the election, during the election, and after the election, that will be the same. And people, they know me. I'm saying that for the last 10 years. We are able to have a strong platform because it is based on speeches that they delivered 10 years ago. That's what people like. They like the authenticity of our campaign. And we'll see what will happen. Yes, I don't know what will happen at the end because we're doing politics differently. I won't spend any cent on survey, polling, focus group. The other party, they're doing focus group, and they want to know what people want to hear, and after that, they want to be sure to use the right word to sell it to people. I'm not in that game. I don't play that game. If you like what I'm saying, come with us and support us and vote for a change. Vote for what you believe in, and don't vote against something. That's what I'm asking Canadians. Vote for what you believe. Vote for something, not against something.
You've said that you want to see 338 candidates in ridings
Yes.
across Canada.
Yes.
How is that going, and how do you vet these candidates?
That's a huge challenge, and you're right. We want to have our candidates ready before the end of May. And yes, we have to look at them. We have to do some research on our candidate. They will represent our party. They must share our values. They must share our platform. And yes, we'll do that. We'll take time to do it. We'll have candidates in every riding. But that's a lot of work, and my people were doing that at the head office right now. So we'll be able, and the goal is to have nomination. If we have two great candidates in one riding, we'll have a nomination, and it's a grassroots movement. But I'm saying to all my people, I will be clear about the process. It will be clear. It will be also public and transparent, and they will know. But the goal is to find people that share our values and be sure that they represent very well their community.